Hey, have you ever put your own cosplay together? Why don't you come along with me as I put together my Harry Potter Tonks cosplay. So to get started, I had to come up with an idea. Who do I want to be? What do I want to do? So by getting my item, from there I gathered some photos that I would need so I could copy and see exactly what needed to happen. From there, I went on a hunt to find items that I was going to need. I may even ordered some items if needed, buying other material if I needed. So whatever hunt you need to go on, you're going to go on your hunt. After that, then that's when you actually get to start hands-on creating, putting together your entire cosplay. From there, this is the exciting part, you actually get to put it all together. After putting it together, this is my favorite part, showing it off, whether it's at, in this case, a Comic-Con, or in my case, for Tonks, was a Harry Potter birthday party that we had. So whatever it may be, that was my process that I did. You're going to see some of that put together and put to play in this video. And at the end, I'm going to kind of explain more than what you actually see in the video. So come along with me as I put my Tonks cosplay together.
All right, so I just arrived at Goodwill and I'm gonna see if I can find some new cosplay items. I did some research this morning and I'm gonna head in now and see if I can find items that I'm looking for. So come along with me.
Okay, so I'm just going to scan quickly through the store because there's specific items that I'm looking for and I should be able to spot them right away and then do a deeper dive later on.
Okay, not exactly what I was looking for, but the hood portion of these could be something I can work with. So I'm gonna hold on to these for now. So I'm looking for a gray sweatshirt, but I'm looking for red in the hood. This one's at least light and it would be good for summer. This one is awesome. I don't have red in the hood though.
So I'm just looking for the right jacket here. I pulled out multiple ones and just trying to get an idea if something's going to work or not. And unfortunately, none of these were. So I did plan B and I made my way over to the long sleeve men's button up like dress shirts, and that was then going to become my base for my jacket. And you'll see in just a little bit how I add material to it to actually make it the long-tailed type jacket like she wears. I ended up having to find a different type of marker than this here, so this didn't work out for me. I needed to find the right color red thread to be able to sew the cross on to my sweatshirt, and later on you'll see, if you look close enough, I actually had to alter the cross to make it the correct size. Obviously, it's a good idea to laundry everything before you wear it. And this was after a couple of Goodwill stops that I picked up all the items that I needed, along with Hobby Lobby and the material that I needed to sew on to my quote-unquote jacket. So again, you'll see all the pieces come together shortly, and more of a description at the end of exactly how everything is put together. Time to iron and then do some sewing. Now, mind you, I had no pattern whatsoever, physical pattern, for making the rest of this jacket. So I just winged it, but to me that's part of the fun of cosplay, is just figuring it out and having fun doing it and just being creative. And it doesn't always go right and perfect the first time, if ever, but at the same time it's worth trying and having fun doing it. So I just suggest just jump in and just try it. Feel free to make mistakes and don't worry about it. Have fun being creative. One more stop to the store. I needed some purple hair. Just had to look for the right color, and lo and behold, behind the pink, there was my purple. All right, it is the end of the night, end of the Harry Potter birthday party that we are on year 5 with in 2025. And this year, every year, I have done a character, a cosplay for each year. This year, if you can't tell at the moment, which probably not, would be Tonks, Nymphadora. And this was my inspiration photo. I think you're going to be able to see that. And I just thought I would take a moment to explain. It's very hot and humid at the moment, so my hair actually frizzed out. But you might be able to see some purple that I added into my hair. I do have like a leather strap around. I didn't find beads to add to it. It was kind of my last minute that I somewhat forgot about. I'm going to skip over this part for a second, but most everything was from Goodwill or a thrift store. My gloves are just those small, thin winter gloves that I cut the fingertips off of. So that's what these turned out to be. My sweatshirt, which was really cool in some of the other photos from the movies and so forth, she had this red cross on a sweatshirt, which even had a line going across, so this was important for me to find also. There's a logo on here, but obviously that had nothing to do with her, but from Goodwill, it's what I could find. It was not a hoodie. Hers is an actual zip up, and she actually had red inside of her hood. Didn't have time to add the red, but I would have. So again, cosplay, you put something together, make something work. Let me move my camera down so you can see the bottom half a little better. So the red shirt with the blue stripe, I did find that, and because it is July and I have multiple layers on, the whole sweatshirt on, I cut the sleeves off of the red shirt just to make it a little cooler for me to wear. I did find some shorter pants like this, from Goodwill also. The knee-high nylons for $1. I did get those at Walmart and did the holes myself. The boots I already had. I just did not zip them, as she did not zip hers either. And this part, I will go ahead and turn, maybe you can see, and then I can explain this part a little bit. Let me bring this back up. So the the outer layer, the jacket part of this, is actually
a like a 3X men's button up long sleeve black shirt. And in the photo, it showed a straight cut rather than the angle curved as our many button-up shirts. So I tucked that in and sewed that on both sides. And then the hanging part was just material that I bought and cut and hemmed and sewed on. And I don't know if you were able to see just yet, but I did add a pocket. I didn't sew the back on, but it still worked out fine. I still had the whole pocket there with extra strings. So I did have the pocket that I sewed on also. Her jacket had what looked like snaps, like all the way down. Obviously this is just a men's button-up shirt, so I took a marker with the metallic paint inside, and up close you're going to be able to see even better. I just did dots, so it looked a little more snap-like all the way up to the top. And to me, isn't that kind of what cosplay is? If it looks fairly decent from afar, that works out well. The other thing that I did, don't know if you've noticed this part yet or not, is I did gather the sleeve like it was on her jacket, just with regular stitch. And then I just added like a ribbon at the end because she had something like this hanging on hers also. I'm sure it was the string that went all the way through, but no one has to know that that wasn't the string that does not go all the way through. So I believe those were all the pieces. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. And otherwise, this year for 2025, year 5 for the Harry Potter birthday party that we're doing every year is my Tonks. So I hope you enjoyed it. I know it's not perfect, but again, it was something fun, and isn't that what we do as cosplayers? Have a good time, try something new. I got to work on my sewing skills and mentally just enjoying the creativity of it all. So if you haven't done cosplay yet, please try it. Don't forget, there's Comic-Cons coming up, multiple ones all throughout the state and everywhere else. So maybe I'll see you at one next. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will talk to you soon. See ya. Have a good night.